Imagine tuning into a podcast only to find out the guest has canceled last minute. And taxes, the podcast, it's something that goes frustrating, right? Well, that's exactly the situation that's unfolded between Joe Rogan and Jake Paul, and it's stirring up quite the buzz. Uh, Before diving into this drama, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Uh, um, in the bustling world of boxing, where every punch can spark controversy, Joe Rogan is not one to mince words. After initially critiquing Jake, his frustration reached new heights when reports surfaced that Jake backed out of appearing on his podcast. Um, there's a palpable tension between these two that has, gamers and boxing fans alike on the edge of their seats. As Jake Paul prepared for his match against the legendary Mike Tyson, many spectators expressed concerns about the age disparity. Um, Everyone wondered if Tyson, fresh from retirement, could still hold his own in the ring. The match unfolded as many expected, with Tyson struggling to land solid punches against the younger Paul. This led to rampant speculation about whether the fight was orchestrated, even if there were some policies in true Rogan fashion. He wasn't shy about sharing his thoughts, havens, but he has made it abundantly clear that he isn't pleased with how the boxing scene looks. And he made some waves with his remarks. Following the event, Rogan, who has been friendly with Tyson, suggested that their match felt more like a practice session than a serious fight. On his podcast, he addressed the authenticity of Jake's matches with Yes Peterberg. It looked to me like a sparring session, Brogan noted, emphasizing that while he can't be certain, it seemed more like practice rather than an actual contest. Not one to dismiss Paul entirely, Rogan even touched on the fallout from the canceled bout between Jake and Canelo Alvarez. He found humor in it and noted his curiosity. If Jake ever dared to challenge someone legendary instead of just champions, he'd be all in. And in fact, he believes Jake could even last a few rounds against Canelo. Now, that's a fight worth watching. Jake voiced his excitement about the possibilities, eagerly anticipating the outcome of his matches. He has a knack for the unusual, and you can bet he'd relish the chance to speak on the Joe Rogan Experience about his upcoming clash with Canelo. However, this opportunity was dashed when Canelo signed a multi-fight deal with Riyadh Season just before the podcast appearance could happen. It's a real twist of fate, right? Such is the life of a fighter and a host. As the boxing world continues to spin with intrigue, one can't help but chuckle at the absurdity of it all. Like trying to teach a cat to fetch. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, I hope you have any questions.